Hello guys, welcome back to the object-oriented programming in Python. In the previous video, we learned how to encapsulate the data and how to use inheritance to create different personalities for our chatbot. In this video, we talk about polymorphism, one of the most important ideas in object-oriented programming. Polymorphism will allow our chatbot to have the same interface, but they can act totally different from each other using the share interface that we have inside our class. The word polymorphism comes from the Greek. Poly means many and morph means form. In programming, it means the same function and method name can work in many different ways depending on the object that it calls it. For example, the plus sign operator. It can add two numbers or it can concatenate two strings. Same interface, two different behaviors. In our famous chatbot project, we want to use this concept. Therefore, all the chatbots have respond method, but each type of bot responds differently from other ones. It's kind of the same example that we had in the inheritance in the previous video. Polymorphism in Python is often achieved through method overriding. That means the subclass defines a method the same name as the parent, but changes its behavior. If you want to expand our chatbot, it's kind of like this. So we keep the remember part here. We say it's greetings and so on and so forth. Let's delete this part and change it in different way. Let's say that the base class has this return function. It remembers the user input and returns that this name or this chatbot name heard what the user has as an input. Now we use the method respond here from the parent class inside the friendly chatbot and sarcastic chatbot, but with the concept of polymorphism. In that sense, we use the method name as an interface for both bots. The behavior, however, is like this. The difference between these two methods is the behavior of the response that we want to have for each chatbot. Here, the respond method will give the user back based on the friendly chatbot personality, and here is different personality as a sarcastic chatbot. Let's test them. Let's define bot 0. Bot 0 is a parent. We want to check how the parent will behave. I name it parent to just keep it simple. Let's say we delete everything here and we copy paste these three print functions. We say hello there in order to make sure that it's different than greet, but let's see what they will answer. Parent says, I heard you say hello there. Aiden says, that's wonderful, hello there, mad my day. Okay, there's a our friendly chatbot is mad as well. Let's run it again. So that's wonderful. That's made my day already. Hello there. How exciting. As Zoro said, as a sarcastic chatbot. As you can see, we use the same interface, but acted differently upon each interface that we created. Here is where polymorphism shines. You can treat all of these bots the same, even though they behave differently. We'll put them in the same list and call the same method on each of them. Let's say that we have the list of bots. We copy paste everything that we have here. Okay. Here's the fun part. Let's say that we want to just define a for loop in order to go through all the bots that's defined in our list. We are treating all these bots, as I said before, the same. But polymorphism allows us to get different personalities from each bot. Although from the for loop point of view, we are calling the same method for each of them. And as you can see, we get totally different response based on the respond function that we define inside each class. That's polymorphism in action. Now imagine you're chatting with the chatbot, but you want to change the personalities on the fly. Because all the bots share the same respond function, we can swap them in and out easily. Let's make a quick magic here. We define a function called chatWidth. And this function gives us the answer of the bots that we already talked with. Let's say there's a current bot like this friendly chatbot that we have from here. On the runtime, we want to switch the personality. So we can define it like this. Let's see how it will behave, because basically we use the same method for each bot, but we use different bots with different personalities. If you can use the object-oriented programming in the right way by using this polymorphism, you can unlock a lot of features and you will have a magic power inside your code. Now it's your turn. Create a new chatbot class named, for example, excited chatbot that repeats all the user's input, all caps, with lots of excitement in the answer. Then put it in the list of the bot and see how that will respond when you go through all your bots. Great work! You mastered polymorphism and method overriding. Now you can define one interface with many behaviors. Your code will have clean and flexible design. And in your chatbot, you can easily swap the personalities. In the next video, we will talk about class methods, static methods, and Python's specific dunder methods, which will give our chatbot more power and it makes it more elegant. Until the next video, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Bye.